here's a look at the Lakai Sheffield XLK. Lakai Sheffield is a nod to a true skate shoe benchmark with upgrades, pulling design keys from the Manchester. The Sheffield has bold branding and clean lines. They added reflective material behind the perf pattern on the outside of the shoe, right here, and they added a mesh material on the instep for breathability. So let's talk about the Sheffield XLK. So let's start out with the sole of the shoe. This sole is Lakai's XLK, which is their cup sole. It's actually a really nice cup sole. I prefer skating cup soles over vulcanized just because it's a little bit more stable and a little bit more impact protection. The tread on the shoe, you have the herringbone, you have these little tiny circle things that kind of remind me of Puma. And you also have these like the chevron pattern. You have a Lakai logo at the bottom there, which originally was black, but I've had these shoes for about 2 weeks now, and I've rubbed that kind of down. You actually have a little bit, let's see if you can pick that up. It says XLK Engineered LKS1. So that is the sole of the shoe. Like I mentioned, it's just it's a solid rubber. That gum rubber, it's pretty nice. Now the upper of the shoe is actually it's a suede mostly. Like I mentioned in that little ad read, this perforated part actually has some reflective material underneath it, so it's suede all the way around until you get to the instep, which actually has that breathable mesh. The Lakai logos themselves are a synthetic leather material. This is a synthetic suede, and it's just stitched on. It's nicely done. The only problem is once you kind of wear it, and I'll show you on the other shoe. This is I'm regular footed, so this is my switch foot, so you can see that little bit of wear that I have. But anyway, this kind of wears down pretty quick. So the tongue is actually that mesh material. The tongue is the mesh material as well that you see on the instep of the shoe. Let's see if you can make that out. Yeah. And then the tongue itself has that Lakai logo with the Lakai and the Sheffield, that little crest there, which is pretty nice. The tongue isn't very padded, but it does its job. You don't really have lace bite. It's a pretty nice tongue. The inside of the shoe, it's like I mentioned, it's actually pretty durable suede. I haven't gotten through it yet, but I'll show you on the other shoe in a minute. So the inside of the shoe, the tongue has those. Let's see if I can show you there. It actually has the straps to hold the tongue in place so it won't be flopping around where you have to move it and all that. Here is a look at the tag on the inside. Nothing too fancy. The inside is actually it's a different type of mesh than this mesh right here. It's a little smoother. This is a little it's not too bad, but it's a little bit more jagged than this mesh. There's actually not a whole lot of padding in the back there. There's a little bit up here. I kind of wish there was a little bit more padding, but it's not too bad. It's actually got a plastic internal heel counter, so it's pretty stable there. Let's take out this insole. The insole is just a normal, I mean, it's a nice, it's a little thin, but not too bad. Blue foam material, except for on the heel there. For heel bruises, it's a little bit more denser of a foam. It's kind of like it's a harder version of Ortholite. So it's not too bad, but it's not, I mean, it's not the best thing in the world, but it's not too bad. It actually has that same mesh that's actually on the inside. You have the XLK Lakai Engineered right there. So not a terrible insole there. No arch support or anything. It just kind of comes up. So like I said, it's not a bad shoe. It looks great, feels great. So let's talk about sizing. I have an 11 here, which fits me pretty good. The only unfortunate thing is this material does stretch. I kind of wish they would have maybe done some more, just like boxed it out on the inside, maybe a little bit more. I don't know, just made it where it wouldn't stretch as bad. I've had to tighten down the laces a lot since having them, just so I can kind of get less of a sloppy fit. So I kind of wish I would have went half down or down half a size, but I mean, it's still fun. It's not bad. So, it at first though with the fit, it does fit a little tight, but it does stretch a lot. The only other thing, if you can kind of see, you see how it's kind of dented. It dents up pretty easily whenever your foot's not in there, but you don't really notice that whenever you're skating. So the toe of the shoe, the lacing system, though it does look deep, it isn't that deep. I kind of wish it was just a little deeper, just so I get a little bit more secure of a fit. You can kind of see where I've stretched it like that. But anyway, so toe box is more rounded. It's more rounded. It's not really, it doesn't really teeter off. The toe box is rounded, so it's not pointy at all. It's more of a rounded, which I do like. I like more of a rounded toe. And it's the shoe itself, it is pretty durable. You get a little, which I don't really like, but that separates a little bit right there once you start wearing that in. But eventually, once you wear it down, it'll be fine. I haven't shoe gooed or anything on these. The weight of the shoe, which is actually a good thing, they are 13.6 ounces, which seems like a lot compared to, running shoes, but there are running shoes that weigh about that much. They're comfortable. They feel light on your feet. They're a great shoe. Nothing. It's a classic design, classic Lakai looking shoe. It's great to wear. If you don't want to skate in these, you can wear these and, just be fine. They'll be perfectly fine. You can actually, with that gold, you can wear them to a party and be fine. So let's look at some more wear on these shoes. Like I mentioned, I've had these for about 2 weeks. And that is the wear. I have not put a hole in them yet, except for right there. See if the camera can pick that up. That is the only hole I have. Other than that, they are, they're still pretty solid. I'll probably blow that out in the next few weeks or so, or next few days or so. So that's getting a little thin. That's kind of worn down. This eventually will just kind of fall off, that Lakai logo, but they're not too bad. I get a little bit of wear up there whenever I do backside flips. Laces themselves, like I mentioned, the laces weren't that great that came with them, so I did replace the laces because I blew those out in a few hours. So this shoe, and I actually got a little bit of wear up there for somehow. I don't even know how I got wear up there, but anyway, got a little bit of wear. But overall, like I mentioned, they're a great shoe. They're comfortable. The insole I kind of wish was a little better, but it's a better insole than what Nike will actually give you. The durability, they're nice. I kind of wish I would have went down half a size. I usually get anywhere 10.5 or an 11. Kind of depends on the shoe and how it fits. I've gotten a stray shoe, and the stray shoe was actually I should have went up to an 11. With this shoe, I should have went down. The Van Kyle Walkers I've had before, and I got a 10.5 in those, and those fit fine. Like the Reynolds 3, I got a 10.5, and those fit fine. So it's kind of, depending on the shoe brand, you may have to go up half a size, down half a size. I guess I will say that I'm more of an 11, and with these, I would say go down half a size. So this was a quick overview of the Lakai Sheffield XLK. Great shoe. If I had to give it a score out of 10, I'd give it probably give it a 7. So that means I'd recommend it. But you'll probably blow through it pretty quick. Within, if you skate consistently, you'll blow through it probably within a month. I don't remember the original retail price on these because I did not buy these. But if I can, I'll find a link and post them down below. Usually they're probably anywhere between $60 and $80. I'd probably put it at like 65. But I'll put a link down below to the Lakai website where you can pick these up, or you can ask your local skate shop for them. This has been the Lakai Sheffield XLK. Thank you.